Once upon a time, a young man found himself in a peculiar situation. He was deeply in love, not with one, but with two of his classmates. Both were stunningly beautiful, and his heart was split right down the middle. But as fate would have it, his parents had other plans. They had arranged for him to marry a relative, a woman he found completely unappealing. He felt trapped, his heart pulling him in two directions, while his duty pushed him in another. The wedding day arrived, a day that was supposed to be joyful, but felt like a heavy burden. As he was heading home, the car was unusually full. His new bride was beside him, and by a strange twist of fate, both of his beloved classmates were there too. The air was thick with unspoken words and tangled emotions. Then, in an instant, everything went black. A horrific accident shattered the silence, and their lives were thrown into chaos. When the dust settled, the scene was devastating. One of his girlfriends, the one who always had a spark in her eye, was gone forever. The other, though she survived, was badly injured and had slipped into a deep coma. His bride, miraculously, was shaken but alive. He himself wasn't so lucky. The impact had thrown him into a coma as well, trapping him in the silent, dark space between life and death. In this unconscious realm, his mind began to play out the conflict that had plagued his waking life. He was in a strange, ethereal world, and before him stood the two women he loved. The girlfriend who had passed away was there, dressed in a hauntingly beautiful black gown, holding a single black rose. Her presence was a sad, sweet melody. The other girlfriend, the one fighting for her life in a hospital bed, just like him, wore a pristine white dress and clutched a pure white rose. Her image was one of hope and light. His bride, however, was nowhere to be seen in this dreamscape. In the real world, in the sterile quiet of the hospital's emergency room, his bride sat vigilantly by his bedside. She never left his side, her eyes fixed on his still face, praying for a sign of life. Back in his dream, the two girlfriends began a strange game of hide and seek. They would appear and disappear among misty trees, their voices echoing, both asking him the same question over and over: "Will you marry me?" He was tormented, forced to choose between a ghost and a dream, between a memory and a hope. He chased after them, trying to decide, his heart aching with an impossible choice. He reached for the one in white, then turned towards the one in black, completely lost in his own subconscious maze. As he struggled in his dream, a crisis was unfolding in the real world. The steady beep of his heart monitor began to falter, slowing down, becoming erratic. His bride watched in horror as the line on the screen threatened to go flat. His heart was stopping. In a moment of pure desperation, she did the only thing she could think of. She leaned over and slapped his face hard. "Don't you dare leave me," she cried out, her voice cracking with fear and anguish. In his dream, the slap felt like a lightning bolt. The ethereal world shattered. The faces of his girlfriends dissolved into mist. He felt a jolt, a powerful surge pulling him back. His eyes flew open. He was back. The first thing he saw was the bright, sterile light of the hospital room. The first thing he heard was the steady, rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor. He was breathing. It was alive. "Thank God," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. And she hugged him on her bed with joy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.